Hello everybody, Ultramarcus here, and welcome to my instalment in today's proceedings, them being the Blast from the Past Nostalgia Fest, arranged by Mr. Rudy Suzu. Yep, that's right, the very Rudy Suzu of the Science Fantasy Experience. The theme is nostalgia from decades gone past. A great chance to talk about toys and shows and things that happened when the sun always shone and there was always homework. My contribution was inspired by a good friend of ours, Mr. Cato of Cato's Collection. He did a video once called, I don't know what it's called actually, but it was basically the tale of his first Transformer. Pretty sure it was called My First Transformer. And that, as you can tell, is where I'm going with this video. I would like to tell you the story of my first Transformer. This is a story of happiness, sadness, tears, recriminations, and attempted character assassination. So let's find out what exactly was Ultramarcus's first Transformer. Right, it's 1986. Voyager 2 is on its final approaches to Uranus. Maradona's Hand of God becomes a thing in England. Prince Andrew marries the love of his life, Sarah Ferguson, in a beautiful ceremony in Westminster Abbey. And the Iran-Contra scandal breaks, but no one ends up caring because we all like Ronald Reagan. So, our story takes place in South Wales. No, that's New South Wales. There you go. That's the old South Wales. That's where I am. And a young Ultramarcus is becoming aware of Transformers and is loving it. The TV show is on. There was the comic as well, and toys were being seen in friends' houses. And I didn't have a Transformer. No, I didn't have a deprived childhood. I had plenty of toys, but I didn't have my first Transformer yet. And the kid up the road, I don't know what his dad did for a living. He disappeared all week and came home with loads of Transformers for his son, and the missus had loads of stuff as well. I mean, maybe it was like a mob family. You just take the mink coat and the transforming robots and you don't ask where the money came from. Or maybe he had a completely respectable job, I don't know. But he had loads of Transformers and he kind of felt sorry for me. So he gave me one of his doublers. There was a couple of smaller Transformers that he had two of. So he gave me 5-year-old Ultramarcus, not a Transformer to his name. He gave me Wild Rider. Now, I was so happy with this. I ran home to tell my parents, so excited. And unfortunately, they thought that I'd stolen it. So they were very angry and they started giving me a row. And I didn't quite have the vocabulary to reason my case or explain things. So I just burst into tears. I was like, oh no, he gave it to me. And they wouldn't believe me. And I was crying at the bottom of the stairs. And I think I convinced them, because I started to drag them out the front door saying, we will go to this kid's house and you can ask him if he gave it to me. At which point they believed me, and their anger turned to something worse for them probably, and that was they were mortified. They were so shamed and embarrassed that their little Ultramarcus was the recipient of charity from the kid up the road. So they told me, please take it back to him. Please go and take it back to him. And we will be so proud of you for what you have done. We will take you to town on the weekend and we will buy you your own Transformer. So, bearing in mind how happy I was with this, we were inseparable. You got to understand that nothing could come between us. Our 5-minute relationship hit me deep. But as soon as they told me I could have my own Transformer, I marched straight up the street and I gave this back to the kid. Fooled you, it's not Wild Rider. Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. So, my first Transformer is not an A-list character, or even a B-list character probably. He never said that many words, but by that measure he probably hasn't offended that very many people. I think everyone loves this guy. I think all of you are going to agree that I was a very insightful child and made the right choice. My first ever Transformer is Dinobot Sludge. Now, I can't remember what store we went to buy him, but they had a hell of a lot of Transformers and I spent forever looking at them. And in the end, my dad was just like, you pick or I'm gonna pick. And I could see the Ironhides and Ratchets down there, you know, going a little bit cheaper. I thought, I better pick. I don't want him to pick up one of them. So it was Sludge. I mean, Grimlock was there. I remember seeing Grimlock as well. Didn't go for him. I just love the Diplodocus. My friend Crimson Raptor will tell me the exact phylum in the comments section, I'm sure. But I love Sludge so much. He's the dumbest one, and you know, everybody's third favorite Dinobot, right? I mean, Grimlock, then Swoop, maybe Swoop, then Grimlock. I mean, that would be fair. Grimlock was the leader, but Swoop had his episodes. But surely the third one's Sludge, isn't it? I mean, let's take a closer look at this on my review rock. And there he is, and I'm pleased to report that he is standing unaided. He balances just fine. Well, it's a little bit tricky, but you know, he has been well loved. And you've all seen a G1 Sludge, so I won't spend too much time here, but I'll just tell you what happened to mine. We've got a bit of tail missing there. We've got the lower jaw missing on a very floppy head. And at some point in the early 90s, the burgeoning artist within me clearly decided that red would look better green. And then several years later, I tried to remove that and took off a lot of both layers of paint. And I'm not going to transform him. Again, I'll just assume you've seen a Sludge transformed because he's very, very delicate. So we'll put him there, and just so you can, okay, I'll lean you against the rock by there. So focus. And just by way of comparison, there's the KO, all vibrant and erect. So there you go. There's my first Transformer. There's my Sludge. If I ever did a stop motion episode featuring the Dinobots, I would obviously use my KO version, but I would find a way to incorporate this, even if just for a few seconds in the background, or, you know, that's post-battle damage, sort of, maybe, you know. Rest assured, if the opportunity arose, I would definitely use him in my work. Thank you once again to Mr. Rudy Suzu. Sometimes he wears baseball caps. And sometimes beanies. Thank you very much once again for inviting me to take part in today's events. Please, y'all, check out everyone else's contribution in Blast from the Past. I know people have had a lot of fun putting these things together for you, and hope you stay safe in these crazy times. See you soon, guys.